Welcome everyone to another 1v1 matchup. We've got Ryze taking on Tomato. Tomato's first match here. He's a Korean player, so he plays a little bit more of that Asian meta. If you're familiar with playing with Japanese players, plays a lot like they tend to. It looks like they're getting into it early. Nobody's dealt any damage yet, though. Looks like Ryze went to go pay Tomato a visit, actually. I would have thought Tomato would have been the more aggressive one of the two. Just waiting on these guys to get back into it. Looks like nature out of both folks here. Flame swords trading back and forth. Nobody's connected yet. There's a guard of water for Ryze. Oh, and that lightning sword just barely misses. It's tough playing at these levels of ping with the melee. Sometimes swords just won't connect from a longer distance or a shorter distance than they normally would. So that is a bit of a curve. I was playing Tomato earlier, and that was frustrating for me too. But it's going to work the same way for Tomato. There's going to be swords that he uses that would normally connect for him that wouldn't. That lightning sword looked like it was in range, and he hopped just right over it. It is possible to jump it at that range too, though, so it could be that it was a properly done jump, but I know that can be a bit of a hang-up for some. So Ryze moving back in. Baits out a fortress. Not getting anywhere, though. Tomato's still pretty low on aura right now. Two Ryans to the face. Plus a little fall damage. Ryze is determined to stay in there. Oh boy. I'm sorry. I'm tilted for Ryze. Those ice swords, those ones should have hit. At least one of them, if not two. Ryze moving back in once again, keeping the pressure on. Glacial Wall's good here. Unfortunately, the reliance on swords is not going to go as well. He does finally get a hit in. But it's much harder to rely on swords against players like that. Reincarnation now. Oh, he loses it to the flash hole. Ryze now using a heat, looking to get through some of those shields a little better. He's down to 4 capsules though. Whatever attacks he has are about what he's got left. Another good glacial wall. Not able to follow up with a second flame sword that time, unfortunately. Tomato drops a shield. I'm assuming he gets rid of the flash hole here. Still has Fortress. Oh, not quite positioned and timed correctly. Blazing Bullet. Does get caught by the Glacial Maul. Ryze manages to hop away once again. I'm going to see if I can bring a co-caster in mid-series. Actually, Choices might come and co-cast this with me. I'm gonna not send. I'll send them a message in chat, which they should see, but I will wait until after this game finishes. Choices should be ready by then to join us. For a slow series like this, I need one. Oh, Tomato! I didn't even do it on purpose that time. Hits himself for 4 damage, and he's off of Blazing. This game's getting a lot closer. Ryze really playing it close to the chest against him. Ice Sword doesn't connect once again. Ryze does take another tag. More flame swords. Baits out the fortress finally. Oh, the illusion of death. Not very good against jumpers, unfortunately. And there's the vacuum slash for the finish. Just waiting for Choices to join the party chat now. And we should be good to go for the next map. Although we haven't seen what map it is. Ryze is the host. He has choice here. It's a 1-0 lead for Tomato right now.
And joining the cast is the ever-present, ever-awesome SomePoorChoices.
Alright, well, it has been a bit of a slow one. Ryze is playing a pretty tight game, and Tomato likes to play slow.
I don't think that's entirely a bad decision for Snow. I think he's gotten himself into trouble a few times from trying to get early aggression instead of digging for everything. So,
oh no.
Let's see how this
he's out of
works out for him.
I totally didn't throw...
You always try to get early eyes on the action, and you've actually had to reset, what, 3 matches?
2.
In the course of your casting history, because you've hit people?
He was at long range when I threw it. It was close, but I didn't...
Alright, we've got a Blazing Bullet out of Tomato. He's got some early pressure on Snow.
Nice Dragon Slayer.
Snow does hit him with a Dragon Slayer, but the box pressure is not going to work. Jumper on jumper action here.
He played a Cartwheeler last round, actually, but I think it's a smart choice on City.
Yeah, on City that makes sense. Wasn't for my always cartwheeling, even I would jump on City. Jump pads make things a little bit more accessible, though. Saw some good aura backflow canceling. out of Snow, but that aura backflow I think is mismatched against that flame sword. Good Darkhold finally takes the blazing.
Yeah, this one's moving a lot faster. Fortunately, Ryze getting a little bit more aggressive. Wasn't able to block the flame swords that were being returned onto him.
Yeah, I think he just got a little too aggressive with that aura backflow. I liked the idea, it was good canceling, but you're not going to beat that flame sword. Good Willow, good angle. Snow's got Tomato now where he wants him. He used a little bit of attrition, but he's paying for it in life. A Dark Hole not ending up a good spot. Snow a very desperate spot right now. Tomato still plenty of blazing skills, it looks like. And he's not going to be off blazing anytime soon. Snow does still have that iron skin. I'm assuming he's going to get rid of his Dark Hole here. And Tomato more than content to wait.
Tiger Strength now. Did he drop both of his shields?
He did. I don't know why he dropped the iron skin. Trying to throw some trash is not a bad idea, but I think he's still got that blazing bullet. Or we have to assume maybe he's picked up another one. Without any shield. You're in a dangerous position. Oh! Oh, and we'll see the blazing sword there for the win. I think once Snow got the life lead down with that early aggression, he put himself in a tough spot.
Yeah, that one was a pretty clean game from Tomato. I scrimmed with him before this. The guy's pretty solid. I was talking about it earlier in the cast. He does have the Asian sword lag, so it's going to be harder to hit him with the sword.
Right. It does change the timing. We do have to remember it is hard for them too on 200 ping, but it definitely makes sword timing a little tricky.
Agreed.
But I was going to say, I've seen good stuff out of Snow, both in the past and in some of these matches. But when he pushes that early aggression, I think it's really hurting him. I would like to see Snow play it cool.
Looks like we're going to sign for game 3.
Now, sign is anybody's bet, being the map that is just as random as you can get.
The quantum decay actually knocked me off.
At least I had enough. I think I had more aura than Tomato, so. Abusing the casters.
Well, it wasn't a vicious balance. I think it was a quantum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, neither of them is missing life.
I just saw it, then I was like, oh man, I would usually try to pick up enough aura to make sure that VB doesn't mess things up. Alright, Snow off to a good start. 6 aura. Tomato, balanced hand with 5. He does have a shield, which Snow seems to be allergic to. So, but again, yeah, Tomato in no rush to push or do any aggression. I think he's just content to let Snow be the aggressor. Little purple, maybe we'll see something kind of unusual. Is this if Tomato wins this one, he takes the series? Is that correct?
Yep. They played Palace, and then he came in on game 2. There's a jackpot out of Tomato.
There you go. Snow still playing a jumper. Should be pretty okay with that. I'm wondering if Snow's got something up his sleeve here. Oh, unfortunately, tracking puts that at a higher level, and his jump actually puts him right into it. He's in a dangerous spot because that could happen again if it tracks onto that ledge, and he could jump into it.
Yeah, on a map like this, normally I'm not a fan of jackpot, but well, the point of getting it is on a map like this with enough space, it could be just free damage. if you're far
Right.
enough away. Like, it's something to do while you're waiting for the rest of your arsenal. And hey, sometimes they miss their jump and they take 6, so that's pretty
so long
good
as he
move.
stays away from that ledge, I think he's okay. But in a long distance fight where neither one is really pushing, no harm in launching a couple. Snow launches the Rian. Not going to be a problem against the flash hold. Not strong enough to break it yet, though. They both are already pretty deep into their capsules here. I don't know what they're each looking for, but whatever they're looking for, you know.
Well, I've noticed a tendency for the Asian players whenever we do happen to see them. They just, in general, they like to play slow and they like to play more reactionary. So, we're seeing more of that here as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go real deep into philosophical, like, is that a better way to play? Oh, that's going to hurt Tomato. Maybe that's what Snow was waiting on.
What did he hit there? Oh,
Vicious.
another quantum.
Yeah.
That's 3 quantums
Or
down.
quantum, sorry.
But Tomato's got 16 capsules remaining.
Yeah, he wasn't digging as quickly as Snow, but at the same time, he's going to be fairly vulnerable. That Rian, if you can launch a couple of them, you can get that Angels. Well, D-Trick, try to D-Trick Aura as it comes up. That's not a bad way to go. Especially because it looks like Tomato built this deck pretty skill-heavy, or he's getting pretty unlucky.
He's back up to 3.
Oh, there's another one. It's just a rush to pop the Aura.
I mean, it does force him to dig, which is good, you know.
Yeah. He is up to 4, though.
Ouch.
Yep, I was going to say, once he's up to 4, you got to know he's probably waiting on an attack.
Yep, eventually it's coming, but...
It's a good return fire, but you are in a vulnerable position trying to pop now. I wonder if Snow has anything else to protect himself while popping. Any glacial or erase defenses. Oh! Catches Snow trying to play a patient game. Gets some free damage. He's now very vulnerable to that Fire of Gehenna. I don't know, 10 capsules is a lot of capsules to be playing this game. Like, you're going to be able to pop them out this quick. That was a cheeky move.
He got one.
He did, but I think you're dancing on the edge of a knife here. The Rian alone's not going to do it, and the D-Trick...
8 capsules isn't
You're just
close
waiting
enough.
to take a hit.
Yeah.
No. I think you go back, maybe you let him dig a little, even if you're forcing it. Maybe even just to bluff him. Hopefully you got a violent change somewhere. Because, but for one Gehenna, you're gone.
There it is. That's the victory for Tomato then.